Welcome to another reaction video with your boy the realist, aka Savion, aka Savy Baby _313. Now, if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe, and I appreciate you for being here, and I hope you're having a blessed day. Now, let's get into it. Today, we watching the most overrated NBA players. Shout out to Janie. I hope I was playing his name right. I'm going to put his link in the description just in case you want to watch the video and you don't want to hear me talk. So, let's get it started, man. I'm glad to see y'all here. I'm happy that you're here. I hope you're having a blessed day, man. Let's go.
Overrated. The one word that's guaranteed to spark a debate in any lunch table or water cooler across the world. And with respect to fans of all other sports out there, in the NBA community, this tag holds far more weight than being a simple judgment of a player's value compared to their perception. For NBA fans, this tag can mean an entire legion of fans.
Are they trying to say that AI is overrated?
Stats, jokes, and memes
that's crazy.
unlike any other fan base out there, with the victim being left nearly unrecognizable to the same fans who had once lauded their ability. In recent years, there's been a specific type of player that's had this tag placed upon them, with the community finding itself in agreement about the disproportionate level of a player's value compared to their perception. For NBA fans, this tag can mean an entire legion of fans descending upon a player, attacking with stats, jokes, and memes unlike any other fan base out there, with the victim being left nearly unrecognizable to the same fans who had once lauded their ability. In recent years, there's been a specific type of player that's had this tag placed upon them, with the community finding itself in agreement about the disproportionate level of praise they receive relative to their talent and on-court results. The LaMelos, the Jalen Greens, the flashy players who captivate highlight reels while underachieving on the court with little championship hardware or postseason impact to show.
I'm telling y'all, I really think the Phoenix Suns are going to end up doing something this year. I really see them making the playoffs. I don't see them making I don't see them as a high seed, but I see them like at maybe 8th, maybe 6th seed.
One Tyler Herro, who's routinely found himself on lists of the most
I think Tyler Herro overrated. I think he's right where he need to be. I don't think he overrated, and I don't think that because the undeniable level of underachieving either. I think he like right in that mid section.
Is different from the good stats, bad team merchants that typically get handed the overrated label. But a closer look at Herro's career and the way that his premature crowning by his teammates and the front office, along with that same front office, continuing to misunderstand what he was to their roster, is a one-of-one case study in how great expectations, roster mismanagement, and a fair amount of ego can come together to create one of the most misunderstood villains in all of sports. So let's talk about Tyler Herro, his journey to becoming overrated, and uncover the NBA's superhero complex. Before we can begin to understand how Herro's reputation got into fans, we have to briefly revisit his reputation as a prospect entering the league, because it serves as the perfect starting point for where Herro went wrong.
My bad, y'all. If y'all seen a little cut in the video, it was a long ad that caught me off guard. We gonna get it together,
Scouts
though.
had a mixed opinion on Herro as a prospect, with an up-and-down shooting year and some unexpected, yet impressive flashes as a ball handler, forming a much more dynamic draft profile than was expected for the would-be sharpshooter. In fact, in his scouting report on Herro's offensive ceiling entering the draft, Bleacher Report's Jonathan Wasserman made it clear that Herro's value to a team would depend wholly on the roster surrounding him.
Okay.
Writing quote,
so
one-on-one game and wiggle, Herro doesn't project as a high upside scorer, but he does have the potential to become a team.
In my opinion, I do believe Tyler Herro is a good player, but he kind of remind me of like maybe like a level, 2 levels down of a Klay Thompson back in the day, though. Like, he ain't where Klay at. Klay was obviously better, but he kind of like, he shows shades of that just a little bit.
Starting competent shot maker, he's bound to have games where he catches fire. He'll also continue to be vulnerable to cold streaks. Regardless, his size, offensive skill, and toughness point to a dangerous role player, particularly if a front office can continue surrounding him with talent. As we've seen time and time again with these scouting reports, Herro's starting position in the league and his ceiling were never meant to be that of an all-star or even a number one option for a serious team. And as we continue on throughout his career, keep in mind this baseline level of who Herro was meant to be in the NBA. Because paradoxically, through a series of repeated improvements and untimely collapses, he found himself going from an underrated up-and-comer to widely being viewed as one of the league's most overrated pieces. And as we all know, this journey would begin immediately in his first
Y'all
season.
really think he
when was
overrated
drafted to
though?
the
It's
Miami
crazy.
Heat in what was
I don't
the
think he
definitive
like
start
he
of an
right in the
all-new
middle.
era
He
in
gotta
South
be.
Beach. See, while Miami by no means had been the worst team in the East, or even consistently in the bottom tier, the departure of LeBron James, paired with the exit and return of an already declining Dwayne Wade, had left Miami in an unprecedented state of struggle for the franchise. After finishing with a 39-43 record in the 2018-19 season, the Heat had just missed the playoffs by 2 games, marking the third time in the last 5 seasons without a postseason trip. Something that hadn't happened since the franchise's first 5 years from 1989 to 94, and thus, the roster overhaul that happened in the offseason officially marked an all-new era, as Jimmy Butler's acquisition, along with the retirement of Wade and the emergence of Bam Adebayo, didn't position Herro to outright be the X factor for Miami, but certainly placed more expectations on him to help the Heat return to the postseason than a 13th pick in a draft would typically have. And when Herro's rookie season began, he immediately put the league on notice that he was more than up to the challenge. Over his rookie season, as Miami managed to return to the playoff picture, Herro's averages of 13.5 points and 2.2 assists on 42.8% from the field and 38.9%
Those good numbers
on 5.4 attempts
for a
game
rookie.
saw the rookie
Those
in the upper
good
echelon
numbers
shooters in the
from
league, as his 3-point percentage
those is good numbers from a rookie and probably like a decent role player. I get what they saying though. I kind of understand it because I guess he's supposed to be the net superstar. But if we being honest, on Miami Heat, I don't consider him being number one. That's why I said he like right in the middle. Bam might be like the number one spot over there, like in that order. It might be Bam, Tyler. Who else they got over there? They just got somebody. Oh my God, what is his name from the Clippers? He was going crazy, but he got injured. I forgot his name. He won a championship with the Raptors. It's between him and Andrew Wiggins for that third spot, though. I don't know, man. I kind of like Tyler Herro. I ain't gonna lie. He ain't the best, but he ain't bad either. I don't think he overrated.
And on top of
I think he
this,
right
his
where he need to be.
38.1% shooting on non-corner threes specifically was good to place him in the 85th percentile. But while these numbers were solid for Herro and much appreciated by a Heat team that had 6 separate players end the season averaging double digits, the NBA's abrupt high.
And don't forget, they did almost.
Many prior to the restart.
They almost won a championship with Jimmy Butler over there.
He looked like an almost unrecognizable player after averaging a much more impressive 17.3 points and 3.8 assists.
Just in case y'all can't hear, let me turn that up for you.
In the bubble, Herro looked to have already shattered his pre-draft ceiling as a dangerous role player in the playoffs, averaging 16 points and 3.7 assists on 43.3% from the field and 37.5% from 3 on 6.1 attempts a game as Miami battled their way to an unexpected finals matchup with the LeBron James-led Lakers.
They beat them, didn't they? No, hell no, they ain't beat them. They lost. It was 2-4. They lost 2-4.
With him finishing 23rd.
That's how they get the bubble ring. That's not a bubble ring. A ring is a ring, but that's what people call it.
At a 62.5%. And as the Heat got deeper and deeper into the playoffs, and Herro took on more on-ball responsibility.
If Miami would have won against anybody else, they probably would have won it though. Jimmy Butler probably still would be on the Heat.
For others, his volume and efficiency as a pull-up shooter was far more advanced than expected, with him scoring 5.4 points a game off pull-up jumpers, which was good to place him 23rd in the playoffs, while simultaneously shooting 41.9% on these looks, which placed him 22nd amongst all players who scored at least 3 points a game on pull-ups. Unfortunately, though, through the mostly uncompetitive 6-game final series, Herro wasn't great, only averaging 14.7 points and 3 assists.
Really?
on much less efficient shooting, with the Lakers absolutely stifling him.
He only averaged 14 points in the finals.
Decision making as a ball handler through a
I
mix
feel
of
like he averaged like
blitzes
16,
and quick
17.
rotations that frankly overwhelmed the rookie. But even with the finals loss, Herro's rookie season was nothing short of electric and can act as the perfect starting.
Hold up. He went to the finals as a rookie. Now I know he ain't doing it all by himself. I get it. You got Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, and you got Duncan Robinson, which he on the Pistons now. Detroit, we up one. We got a squad. We had a squad last year. We got a squad this year too. We going to the playoffs again. But he went to they had Jay Crowder too. I forgot about Jay Crowder, man. Where he at? Them fucking corner threes he used to do would be crazy. But he went to the finals his rookie year. He helped a lot. Maybe not in the finals like he should have, but he helped them get there a lot, man. There's not too many people can say, hey, I've been to the finals. Even though you ain't win it, it's a lot of people who haven't ever seen it. We got legends who have never seen the finals. Think about that for a minute.
In a lot of ways, summation of what his career would go on to become, as he ultimately was able to shatter expectations and become a piece far more versatile and offensively capable than anyone could have imagined. Yet, as his role began to shift to become more and more of an offensive focal point, his limitations as a ball handler were exposed and compounded with his already lackluster reputation on defense. And while his struggles in the finals this year would be written off as an unexpected road bump in an otherwise incredible rookie season, as the years continue on and Miami's expectations continue to grow, we'll watch as these fundamental flaws are ignored by the Heat front office in Tyler's own development. Regardless, after such a standout rookie campaign, Herro and Miami were primed to have a much more hyped 2021 season. And while from a team success perspective, Miami would regress, Herro's development this year would set the stage for a major shift in his role for the future. Over the 2021 season, Herro would boost his averages to 15.1 points and 3.4 assists on an improved 43.9% from the field, but a less than impressive 36% from three on 5.5 attempts a game. Numbers that reflected both an increased confidence and role in the Heat's offense, along with the same struggles he'd shown last year.
He already been in the NBA longer than what, 4 years?
Herro's usage rate would jump slightly to a 23.1%. Up from the 21.3% he'd had as a rookie, and good to place him in the 67th percentile of all combo guards. But this 2% jump gave Herro a lot more room to experiment both as a driver and rim finisher, as he not only boosted his drives per game to 9.3 this season, up from the 5.7 he'd had as a rookie, but his scoring and passing numbers on drives improved as well, with him having an 11.8% assist percentage and scoring 3.9 points a game on 47.6% shooting from the field. All improvements from his rookie year. On top of this, Herro's 64.7% shooting at the rim was not only an 8% improvement from last year, but again placed him in the 75th percentile of all combo guards and represented a genuine improvement in an area that was exposed during his struggles against the Lakers. Granted, he only took 139 shots at the rim and still struggled getting there, but improvement is still improvement regardless of how marginal it is. And with him seeing more aggressive defenses and layers of help as an on-ball player, Herro showcased a lot more poise and shot versatility than he'd shown just a few months earlier, with his array of snake dribbles, varying pull-up footworks, and deceleration
what the hell is
steps
a snake
in traffic,
dribble?
all playing a massive role in his development. All of this growth was
is that
his analytics
like
as a pick and roll ball
never mind.
We had a
do the
relatively
in and out
similar
shit.
frequency at a 29.8%, yet a 0.91 points per 100 possessions and 50.5% effective field goal percentage. We're good to place him in the 63rd percentile of all players this year, a massive leap from the 25th percentile that he found.
See, that's what I'm saying. That ain't bad. That ain't bad, man. I feel like he in the middle. If you want to call him mid,
first round loss to the Bucks,
I don't think nobody thinking that he gonna be the next, Kobe or the next Bron, the next Jordan. I don't think nobody thinking like that. I think like he right in the middle.
Inconsistent but improved sophomore campaign, the 2021-22 season would see Miami fully hand Herro
I
the
tell you what,
keys and set the stage for a massive
if y'all
break.
don't appreciate him,
Return to glory
let him leave him out of get him out of his contract. Get him out of his contract.
That Herro was the
Go get
most
somebody
important
else.
player on the team, with his averages of 20.7 points and 4 assists on 44.7% shooting from the field and 39.9% from three on 6.7 attempts a game, not only marking career highs, but cementing him as the definitive number 2 option for the new look Heat. While Jimmy Butler led and acted as the number 1 option for the Heat's starting lineup, Herro's explosive scoring off the bench was pivotal in the Heat's success, as Miami scored 4 more points per 100 possessions with him on the floor and had a .8 higher effective field goal percentage with him out there. Splits that placed him in the 81st and 65th percentile respectively, and with the highest mark out of the Heat's big three of Adebayo, Herro, and Butler. Herro's impact this year was a direct result of some top-of-the-league level efficiency, with his overall three-point shooting and non-corner three-point shooting.
I might not know everything, but I know some shit,
82nd percentile in both areas.
I've been fisting this camera up the whole time.
The season first in team three-point percentage at a 37.9%.
Trying to get these
but it wasn't just Herro's growth
shots right for y'all, man.
Heat. And at the same time that he was having his breakout, Max Strus, Gabe Vincent, and Caleb Martin all emerged as elite-level role players that looked to be a supporting cast
Cleveland.
to help the team return to the finals. But as the playoffs
Lakers, I think Gabe Vincent on the Lakers and that. Where is Martin at? Is Martin still on Miami?
Experiment wouldn't be enough. And after seeing his scoring averages steadily decrease over the playoffs for the 3rd year in a row, a groin injury in Game 3 of the conference finals derailed what had quickly begun to look like another year of postseason regression for the newly minted 6th man of the year. To pause for a bit, the 2021-22 season, both for Herro and the Heat, is extremely useful in helping to understand the unique situation that's helped build up Herro's reputation as overrated. Because on the one hand, it's undeniable that he's improved in some aspect of his play each year statistically, and grown into an indispensable piece for a perennial contender. But it's also equally true that he showcased a pattern of postseason regression and injury concerns that have time and time again hard-capped Miami's ability to compete when it matters most. And while these concerns wouldn't stop Miami from offering him a $130 million extension in 2022, as his career wears on and the Heat continue to bank on his progression, the silent whispers of overrated will quickly grow into unavoidable criticism. And in the first year
I'm not gonna lie to you. They
had the cycle would repeat itself to a T. As Herro would enter the 22-23
hold on, my mouse acting crazy right now, y'all.
Lineup, and he'd have similar production in this larger role, averaging 20.1 points and 4.2 assists on 43.9% from the field and 37.8% from three on 8 attempts a game, leading the Heat this year both in field goals and three-pointers attempted per game. But with Herro being inserted into the starting lineup this season, his shot creation profile was somewhat exposed playing against starting lineups and higher-level defenses that could scheme for him, and this led to some of his weaknesses as a rim scorer being exposed. In particular, the aforementioned struggles getting to the basket this year were on full display, as Herro's rim attempt frequency fell all the way to a 15%, which was the lowest mark of his career and landed him in the 16th percentile for the season. And these struggles getting to the rim were further complicated by some alarming pick-and-roll play, as among the 39 players who averaged at least 6 pick-and-roll possessions, I kind of wonder what Zion's
percentage is when he's that close to the rim. He shoot most of his shots from there. His shit got to be at least like 89%, 90%. If he not getting blocked, he gonna be nice too watching. Like, if he stay healthy, skinny Zion might be killing y'all.
And scorer that he's shown as a rookie against LA. As among players who had at least 10 drives a game, Herro ranked 19th in turnover percentage with a 6.3% and 26th in assist percentage at a 9.6. And again, when you pair these numbers with his status as a defensive liability, you begin to understand that the Heat's $130 million investment percentage at a 9.6. And again, when you pair these numbers with his status as a defensive liability, you begin to understand that the Heat's $130 million investment immediately
had to do it again, man.
In year one.
You know,
and as if they,
this is what I would say. Before off topic, if you ever decide to do like YouTube streaming, whatever you want to be, do not set all of your equipment up in the basement away from the Wi-Fi box, man. Or at least when you call the people out, have them put the Wi-Fi box in the basement if that is possible. Because this is crazy. But, this off topic, man. For the people who do want to do this. Put all your equipment, find a room upstairs, and put all of your equipment upstairs. I don't care what's going on. I don't care if you got kids or something. Find something. I don't care if it's a closet. In the upstairs. Find something. Cause setting your equipment up in the basement, your streaming stuff in the basement, it sounds smart. Cause you alone and all of that. If you got a family, like I said, you got kids, your girl, so on and so on. But man, the signal, very bad.
Things couldn't get any more poetic for this season. After battling their way through the play-in and securing the 7th seed to face the Milwaukee Bucks, a broken hand in Game 1 of the opening round relegated Herro to the bench. Forced to watch as the Heat fought their way to the NBA Finals again, but this time without him. So following the 22-23 season, as Miami was again stopped short of championship glory by an underdeveloped roster that overachieved and yet another injury to their new investment, the cracks in Herro's reputation had fully formed by the time the 23-24 season arrived. It was around this time that Miami's attempts to trade Herro would ramp up, particularly after Dame requested a trade from the Blazers with the Heat as his preferred
Can y'all
destination.
imagine if Dame would have went to the Miami Heat
was the main piece, with his
with Jimmy Butler, Tyler Herro, and Bam Adebayo?
Trying to understand just who Herro
Bro,
was.
what?
And in his article for The Ringer that I've linked below, Zach Cram gave a blunt analysis of Herro's value as it stood to the broader NBA world. Writing, quote, given his athletic limitations and inefficient scoring, Herro would never rise to a near MVP level or serve as the lead option on a team with championship aspirations. That's why the Heat want Lillard instead of him, as last season and postseason after Butler cooled off demonstrated, Miami needs an offensive upgrade that Herro probably can't provide. At this point in Herro's career, Cram's article stood as a scathing but not inaccurate depiction of who the once promising rookie had consistently proven himself to be through the Heat's repeated postseason struggles. But the one aspect not accounted for in Cram's sentiment were the constant injuries that similarly diminished Herro's value. And these would be the storyline for his 2023-24 season, as Tyler was limited to just 42 games on the year, managing to return just in time to have another postseason regression in the Heat's first-round loss to the Celtics. But over the course of the 2024 offseason, and through the early goings of the 24-25 regular season, the deterioration of Jimmy Butler's relationship with Pat Riley and the Heat forced yet another role shift for Herro, as the absence of the team's star and leader positioned Herro to truly be the number one on Miami, as not just a spark plug scorer, but as the leader of their offense. And in his first true season as a number one, Herro showcased more improvement. As Herro appeared in a career-best 77 games, he averaged 23.9 points and 5.5 assists on 47.2% from the field and 37.5% from three on 8.7 attempts a game, continuing his trend of improvement every year, but doing so while addressing a few key criticisms that had consistently been leveled against his shot profile. Namely, this season Herro worked to eliminate the mid-range shot attempts that had long bothered his critics and pointed to his inability to finish at the rim, with his mid-range shot attempt frequency dropping to a 36.4%, which was the lowest since his rookie year, yet he was deadly efficient on the few middies he did take, with his 52.3% shooting from this area placing him in the 97th percentile amongst all combo guards this season. But the real revelation came from Herro's improvement at the rim, as his 227 rim field goal attempts were not only a career high, but his 65.6%
I'm about to say,
shooting
like, yeah,
was yet
man,
another
that's
career
a
best and
lot
good
if
to
you
place
ask
him in
me.
the 69th percentile, with his rim scoring being complemented by an even more efficient short mid-range game inside of 14 feet,
that's
where his
a lot, bro.
54% shooting placed him in the 94th percentile. All of this increased.
Look, shooting 54% and his mid-range. People don't even shoot mid-ranges no more, for real. Everybody at that three-point line. You got everybody and their mama at the three-point line. I'm surprised SGA just won one off of the mid-range. Hey, but he 54%. That ain't bad.
Increased efficiency from
fuck,
the field,
that's hella good if you ask me. That's above average.
60.5% true shooting percentage for his debut season as a number one option, which was ninth in the NBA amongst qualifying point guards and led to quite a few apologies from critics who had seemingly been proven wrong in spectacular fashion by an all-time shooting season from Herro. But as we all know by this point, no matter how promising his regular season improvement may be, there's always a definitive ceiling come the postseason. And as Miami was thoroughly dismantled by the Cavs in 4 uncompetitive blowouts, Herro's improved offense did little to mitigate his defensive struggles, with Darius Garland bluntly stating and executing the Cavs' game plan on attacking Herro on defense. And this season really perfectly captures the Tyler Herro problem and the paradoxical nature of his value to a team and improvement as a player. From the time that he began his career as a projected catch-and-shoot guy with little wiggle and a rudimentary scoring game, he overachieved at every opportunity relative to who he was expected to be, bursting onto the scene during his rookie playoff run and subsequently improving statistically each year, with his offensive growth having tangible results in the film, the stat sheet.
They kind of knew they was gonna lose against the Lakers. It seemed like they didn't have it.
Becoming a bolder
like the way Jimmy Butler was looking in that finals, he was balling, but he was tired. He really put that team on his back.
And rim finisher repeatedly derailed Miami's success when it matters most, leading to him having one of the strangest reputations the NBA has ever seen. And this is more or less where things stand now for Herro and the Heat, as an upcoming window for a $150 million extension looms over South Beach, and with trends around the league shifting away from high-scoring guards with lackluster defense in Herro's mold, Heat brass, fans, and commentators alike are all asking themselves the same question that's existed since the end of his rookie season. Just who exactly is Tyler Herro? So as this season approaches and the Heat look to have to lean again on Herro as a number one option, keep an eye on the unfolding situation in Miami, because what we're seeing is what happens when the superhero experiment goes wrong. But with all that being said, that's going to do it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed.
So wait, before we even end this video, if people think Tyler Herro overrated, what do you have to say about him? What do you have to say about him? What do you have to say about who else? Who somebody that people think overrated? I know what y'all think about Jalen Green already. They been saying he overrated. I think he a good player, but we'll see. What do y'all think about James Harden and all of them? Y'all basically saying like y'all think people that's overrated that falls in the playoffs. What about Tracy McGrady? You got people that you know that's what I'm saying, man. I don't think he overrated. I think he right in the middle. I don't think he overrated though. I don't think he's one of the greats. No. I don't think he that either. But I don't think that he's overrated. He's right in that middle tile. Like, he's right there. I'm just saying, man. Well, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thank y'all for watching and tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And if you don't know, follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. And you can follow me on TikTok. All of my information will be in the link in the description below. Thank you, and I hope y'all have a blessed day, man. I'm out.